If you want to see my reaction, like my first time seeing these raps and just the entire Duh album and music video and everything from P1 Harmony, but if you want to see my reaction to the first time seeing Jongseob's raps, my reaction is on my Patreon. I'll put the link in the pinned comment. It's going to be next to the flow scheme if you want to hear the entire rap lined up with the little clicks so you can actually hear the rhythm of Jongseob, which is really cool. That'll also be in the pinned comment because I can't play any audio if I don't want to get copyrighted. But, oh my god, leave it to Jongseob. It's a good day. It's a freaking good day. As somebody who looks at a lot of rapping in K-pop, and that's always the thing I am paying attention to most when I hear a new comeback from a group or a debut, right? I could safely say at this point, of all the active groups and idols that are releasing music, P1 Harmony and Jongseob are the most consistent at doing something insane every single time. Like, if I was like held at gunpoint for some reason and was told, hey Matt, you gotta pick an idol at random to deliver the sickest verse in a K-pop song, pick your idol to do it, I would have to go Jongseob. There's like no way I can choose anybody else because this kid is insane, okay? And like I'm gonna show you this right here. This is the flow for Murmur. This is probably the best rap on the album. But beyond this, there's some really cool lyricism throughout the rapping on this album that I'm probably not even gonna talk about the lyricism on Murmur here because I'm just talking about the flows. But in general, there's some really good lyricism I'm not mentioning yet. I have to do another video on for this P1 Harmony album with Intak as well. There's some really cool like rhyme schemes on here. Even in Murmur, there's some cool rhyme schemes. There's so much cool shit. But look at this. This is Jongseob's flow in Murmur. And I mean, like, if you know my channel at all, what I love talking about when I hear rap flows is like, you got quintuplets. But it's not just one quintuplet. It's one full quintuplet with a little oddly spaced type of enunciation on it, which always adds some spice. And also still have to check out Intak and the other verses on Murmur because this isn't the only verse. Intak might have done a quintuplet as well in his verse. I still have to check on that, but this is just about Jongseob. It's like this dropped less than 12 hours ago, and I've been listening to all this stuff, and this is just the one that I wanted to like look at first because it's so cool. First bar right here, right? 3 quintuplets in here. Flow-wise, right? He has the one full quintuplet here with that cadence I was emphasizing earlier. He has a quintuplet spaced ending to it because he kind of runs over a bit into a second quintuplet and then just kind of ends the bar with that. And then this first quintuplet, he starts an entire beat of a quintuplet behind. Like, he displaces it. Not like fully displaces it, but he like, starts with the rest here. He doesn't start on beat 1 of the quintuplet, which is so hard to do consistently. Not even, like, just the fact of not starting on beat 1 as the start of your verse is already, like, not the easiest thing in the world. But then to do it with a very challenging rhythm where he's doing 4 of the 5 notes of a quintuplet off of beat 1 is so cool. It's so flippin' cool. He has 3 quintuplets in this entire first bar and then instantly just shifts back to 16th notes and then 32nd notes is the base of the rest of the flow. Lots of little dotted 16th notes in here to get him offbeat, which he does a lot in this album. The duh rap, super offbeat parts. And there's a couple other songs where he's rapping and just doing these really cool offbeat 8th flows. Very thematic throughout the entire album of his raps, right? Some cool spacing right here where my mouse is, right? A little 8th note just jammed into this where he's on like an offbeat, because this is still an offbeat. So here's an offbeat 8th here too that he sets up with the dotted 16th here. Really cool. Gets back on beat with a 32nd note here, then gets back off beat, skips beat 1 of the 4th bar, and then goes into another dotted 16th to get back on beat. Look, at this point, again, you could go check this out. It's all lined up on my second channel. I haven't uploaded there as much recently, but I did post this there. Look, at the end of the day, Jongseob, if he released a solo album right now that went insanely hard in terms of the skills and the intricacies and everything of his rapping and the lyricism and everything, if he did that, he is easily on Zico, Bobby, Minho level. That is the only thing holding him back. But because none of them are active, Bobby's in the military, Minho's just getting out of the military, and Zico's all in the K-hip-hop world, not working with Block B or anything, right? You could make a genuine, solid argument that Jongseob is the best active rapper in K-pop right now, and the most consistently skillful active rapper in K-pop right now. And I think that is a very not only fair, but accurate claim at the moment, especially compared to the other big names in the industry right now. I think we're going to be seeing this shift soon into the 5th gen sphere of new rappers coming up, because a lot of the big names of the 4th gen and the people who've been carrying the rap torch, if you will, are focusing on different things and starting to move away from wanting to be the best rapper in K-pop and working on other things, which is completely fair. And there's not just one person or two person. Like, there's a lot of the really big name idols that are not consistently as impressive as they used to be, per se. I think we're going to be seeing a shift soon to a lot of these new 5th gen groups that have debuted in the last year or two, starting to take the mantle behind JONGSEOB here, because JONGSEOB's a late bloomer of 4th gen. They were a very late debut, and this rap is so impressive. The entire album's rapping. I haven't been this impressed by an album rapping wise since P1 Harmony's last comeback. Like, we've had a handful of good rapping, right? Like, Jisung and Bounce Back was really good, right? The Psychers album from last month, very solid. And then we've had a couple singular releases that have been good, from everything from Trends to Day of Unite had a couple good raps, and Young Posse had a couple good raps and stuff like that, right? But I just think nobody's rapping at the level JONGSEOB is right now, and it's crazy. I can't understate that enough. It is actually, I don't think any, I'll restate it again. I do not think any K-pop idol currently active in K-pop is rapping at the level that JONGSEOB is of P1 Harmony right now. And I'll end it with that. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here. Here are my Patreons that I got to see my reaction, my first ever look at this Murmur rap, but then also the rest of the album. Guys, I'm going to be back for some other P1 Harmony videos, because there's a lot to talk about rap-wise. There's some really cool in-talk verses here, too. There's some other JONGSEOB verses that are really cool. So if you want to see some more P1 Harmony stuff, be sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below. I would very much appreciate that. But I can't be doing these videos without these amazing supporters on Patreon. So if you would like to see your name scrolling on the screen in every video like this, please come join me on Patreon. You get to see the reaction too. If not, I totally get it. You can support me for free on Discord, or joining our Discord community, or just subscribing, liking, commenting below. But yeah, thank you for being here. Peace. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, guys.